Hey everybody, David Steenkamp here. Video number 21, I believe. And this one we're going to go over the different types of user roles. So each role, right now I'm just, here, let me just get back, show you where I'm at. So I made that fake account for my mom, so I'm just going to edit that one. And I'm going to change her to a subscriber. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Which is like the lowest role, which gives her the least amount of options and things that she can do. So basically, when you're a subscriber, what that means is it's someone that subscribes to get your content of your website. They can't post content to the blog or read things like a draft post. But if the best part about being a subscriber, and it's not that great of a best part, but when they want to comment on something on the website, they won't have to add their information to the form each time that they go there. So, and also they're going to have a lot fewer of these items on the left side. So I wanted to actually just log in as this person and show you what I mean by that, because you're pretty used to seeing, we got a whole bunch of tools and settings, and we can see plugins and all the pages and posts and all this other stuff. And actually, I think they might be able to see posts. I'm not sure. I've like never logged in as one. So so let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens. So I'm going to log out, and then I'm going to log back in as mom, and I believe the password was ABC123. Log in. Never. And there you go. That's all that they can see. If you're a subscriber to the website, and that's it, all you can do is modify your profile. So if you're a subscriber, you can change your first name, your last name, your nickname, and so that's how it works. Okay, so it lets you choose your first name, your last name, or a combination of both, or a combination of both but reversed. So that's interesting. Okay, and then it lets them change their email address and their website, bio, and change their password, which is probably something that they should do when you first create the password for them anyway. Not that it really matters, but anyway, so that's that. So I'm just going to do this a few times. So I'm going to log out. I'm going to log back in as me so I can change her. I hope that just saved. Yes. So I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to change this role now to the next one, which would be a contributor. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm just going to sort of talk as I go here. So I'm going to log out again. And okay, so a contributor can log in and they can create a post. So I'm just going to log in. The thing is, they can't actually publish their post, so they can create it, but it still has to be moderated by either me, or like being the administrator of the site, or someone else that has a higher clearance level. So we'll get into that in a second, though. Okay, so now you can see the back end of this one. They have quite a bit more options of what they can do. So let's say that I'm this person and I'm a contributor and I want to add a new post. So this is a contributor post. Hey, I'm a contributor. Okay, so we're just going to do standard. We'll just like do everything standard. Let's give it a category of oh, they can't even create new categories. Okay, I'm learning all sorts of things here as I go, which I should probably, again, already know. So I'm going to add a tag of contributor. And just press enter. And if you add a featured image, it'll probably make it look way nicer, but I just want to do this as quick as I can. Try and make it not a 20-minute video. So you see their big blue button. Normally it's publish for us, but this one says submit for review. So there we go. I clicked on submit for review. If I go back to the website, you'll see that it doesn't show up under recent posts, which is where, that normally would go. So let's see, what else can we do here? Okay, they can see the comments. They can't really do anything with them, it doesn't look like. Can they actually? Okay, they can mark ones as spam. So they can kind of help you moderate your website as well. They can approve, unapprove comments. Okay. So profile, and what else do they got? What kind of tools do they have? Oh, press this. So something, again, I never really use or look at. Okay. So that's pretty much it for a contributor. They can make posts, but they can't actually publish them. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing to take away from that. So I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to log out here again, and we'll go on to the next one. Whoops, not admin, I'm David. There we go. Alright, so we'll go and we'll modify our, another time here. We got two more, so the next one is author. So we'll change her to an author, and update. Okay, and log out, and then we'll go back in as her. Sorry, this is such a, whoops, mom. Such a runaround here. Going in and out. Alright, so now you'll see even, now we got media in here. So, so this means that they can actually keep track of their photos and whatnot that they upload. So, alright. So what they can do, they can log in, create posts, and they can publish them. However, an author can't approve a post written by anyone else other than themselves. So, so let's check this out. So if we go into posts, and we go into all posts, see, there's the one that she made when she was just a contributor. So we can actually go in here. Let's create a new one. We'll do another one as this is an author post. Hey, I'm an author. And we'll see, and now we got the publish one instead of that other blue one that said, I don't even remember, hold for moderation or something like that. So we'll hit publish. So see, last time we hit that button and we went here and refresh, nothing showed up. So now if we refresh right here, let's watch. There it is. This is an author post. And there it is right there on the home page, because we have the home page set to show the latest posts. So if we wanted to, we could go back to all posts as the author, and we could say, oh, this one, okay, let me take a look at it. So, you click on it, and what they can do is they can now hit this publish button. Publish, right? Go back to the website, and let's see if let's watch right here. See if it shows up. I'm going to refresh. And there it is. This is a contributor post. And now you'll see that even though this one was actually posted first, me as the author, I posted mine first, and then I went and posted this one. So, the order is actually based on publish date and publish time. So and that's like to the minute, or I believe it's to the minute, or possibly to the second. So that's how that's organized, and it's always most recent first, and then goes farther down. And what's interesting here is it actually shows, this is just the default 2014 theme, it actually shows that this person was a contributor. So if we click on it, we'll see all the other contributors. Okay, so logging out one last time. Okay, logging back in as me, and I'm going to change her now from an author to an editor. So let's do that. So all users, I'm just going to try and speed through this. So you guys just go at whatever speed you can go at. That's a great part about this being a video. You can just pause it. Okay, so mom, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Oh, wow, now they even got pages in here. Okay, so let me see what I recall as an editor. An editor can log in and write and publish their own posts, just like an author. Another thing that they can do is they can get into other people's posts and drafts. And I believe by drafts that also means page draft. So if there was a page in here that maybe, well, it would have to have been at least an editor or another administrator role, user role that would have been in here. They can go in and they can publish a draft page as well. So say the say it was me, and I wanted something to come out in like the UK at some weird time that would have sucked for me. I could say, hey, person that's an editor that actually lives in the UK, I want you to go in and actually publish this for me. They could go, or like finish it off. I wasn't finished it. I need you to go back in, finish it off and then press publish. Then they could do that for me. And as an editor, they are also able to publish anybody else's posts. So if there's any posts in here that we're waiting for approval, like we had that one for the contributor right here, they can go in. They can do the same thing we did when we were the author. So another thing that they can do though, and why don't we do this, is they get access to the pages section. So let's create I'm an author. We'll leave the exclamation mark out. Hey, I'm an author. And see, these are a little different now because we have page stuff, but we'll get into all this later. So that's all I'm going to do, and I'm just going to straight up publish it. I'm not going to save a draft or anything like that. I'm just going to publish it. So the way that this WordPress account is set up, I believe, is to automatically put new pages in the menu. So let's refresh the site and see if it comes up, because it should come up right here, I think. There it is. So I'm an author page. So if we click on it, there we go, done. So that's that. All right. Okay, so those are pretty much all the user roles. So just to sum it up, the first one, the lowest one, is the subscriber. All they can do is subscribe and change their profile, and it makes it a little easier for them to leave comments on your website. So if you're not even dealing with comments, or if you're never going to have anybody else, that you need to make changes on your website, you can pretty much scrap this entire section. And now that I think about that, I probably should have said that at the very beginning of like the 19th or 18th video or whatever the first one was in users. But whatever. Now you're a little more knowledgeable. Okay, so that's the subscriber. The contributor, they can log in, they can create a post, but they can't publish it. So that's pretty much all they can do. An author, they can log in, create a post, and they can publish. And they can also go in and they can publish a post made by another person that maybe had a lower role than them. And lastly, an editor, they can log in, write, and publish their own posts. They can also get into the pages, and they can publish, draft pages and draft posts, and they can modify media and upload media, and that's pretty much it for the editor. And then, and the very last one, of course, is would be the administrator, and that's a person like you or anybody else that you grant administrative privileges to, and they can do everything that you can do, which is everything. So that's pretty much all of it, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm just going to log out and go back in. So yeah, so that's pretty much the user roles in WordPress. I know it's a lot to take in. It seems like such a tiny little section, but I just really wanted you guys to get a good feel of what it all looks like, what all the different capabilities are, in case you were wanting to allow someone else, some access. So, yeah. So if you were like, I'm going to give like one for instance before I close the video out. And one for instance would be, let's say you are a web developer and you just created a website for someone, and you don't want them to have access to things like, the plugins. Maybe you don't want them to be able to touch that stuff, or the appearance, because like you can really mess with some serious stuff in here. So what I recommend you do is, if you have a website for someone, you'll be the administrator. So when they need something like custom done or something a little trickier done, they can ask you to do that. But if you make them, let's say, one level below an administrator, an editor, then they can still get in, they can modify posts, and they can make new ones, and they can publish ones that aren't live yet. And also they can do the same for pages. So they can still get in there and they can modify, their phone number on their contact page, or, their address on there, or, maybe they want to do a new blog entry, then they can do that. So keeping people as an editor, especially if it is their own site, you give them the maximum allowance to do what they most likely need to do. But if it's anything that's trickier, then you can do it yourself as an administrator. A second option would be to also make them an administrator if you trust them and you believe that they have the know-how to do what they need to do in the back end of things. All right, so that's it. I'm going to shut up now, and let's see, next section. Let's do some of the plugins. Let's do. I think I'm going to do the Akismet plugin that comes with every new WordPress install. So I'm going to show you guys how to get that thing activated from A to Z. All right, sorry, A to Z if you're in the States. All right, see you in the next video.